Rita Ora reflects on her biggest regret and how it changed her life. In a recent episode of the Rain with Josh Smith podcast, global pop sensation and actress Rita Ora opened up in a rare moment of vulnerability, revealing the one incident from her past that completely reshaped how she views life, fame, and responsibility. Now 34, the chart-topping For You and Your song hitmaker got candid about the harsh lessons she's learned in the public eye, especially stemming from one moment that continues to haunt her to this day, her 30th birthday party during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. Back in 2020, at the peak of global lockdowns and tight government-imposed restrictions in the UK, Rita's decision to celebrate her birthday with a gathering in London stirred massive public outrage. The event, held just days after her return from Egypt, was a clear violation of strict quarantine regulations. Not only had she skipped the legally mandated self-isolation period following international travel, but she had also hosted an indoor gathering, directly contradicting the rules in place at the time. The backlash was swift and fierce. The media branded her selfish, fans were disappointed, and she was eventually fined £10,000 for the breach. For many celebrities, such a mistake could have led to long-term damage to their careers or public image. But for Rita, it became a catalyst for introspection and growth. "I think my biggest regret is not being more considerate," she admitted during the podcast. The remorse in her voice was evident. She acknowledged the deep impact of her actions and how they were perceived, especially by those who looked up to her. "I didn't fully realize the responsibility I had at the time. I was still living with that spontaneous mindset like a lot of people in their late 20s do, not fully grasping what my decisions meant to others." The incident proved to be more than just a public scandal. It became a turning point in her life. Ora spoke about the emotional aftermath of the criticism and how it pushed her to reevaluate her role as a public figure and an influencer. "It made me sit down with myself and say, okay, this is more than just music or acting now. People are listening and people are watching." Since then, Rita has been on a journey of growth and reflection. Far from brushing off the controversy, she has embraced it as a powerful life lesson. Over the past 5 years, she has made a conscious effort to evolve, not only in her career but in her personal values. "I've made a lot of mistakes and I've definitely learned from them," she said. "But I feel so lucky to have a voice that people actually care to listen to." This voice she mentions isn't just her singing talent, but also the platform she holds as a public figure. Ora says that her experience helped her recognize the significance of that platform. It made her more conscious of how her actions could influence others, particularly younger fans who idolize her. She now sees her position in a very different light. "I didn't ever really think about becoming a role model when I first started. I was just making music, doing what I loved," she explained. "But now I feel like it's something I take pride in. I'm really proud of the job and the responsibility I have with my fans. And I just want to keep it really honest and transparent." That sense of honesty has become central to Rita's current approach to fame. Whether through her music, her social media presence, or public interviews, she strives to be genuine, even when that means revisiting uncomfortable parts of her past. Rather than run from the mistakes, she's decided to grow through them and use them as reminders of the kind of person she wants to be. What sets Rita apart is that she isn't trying to paint a perfect image of herself. She's openly flawed, openly human, and for many fans that's what makes her even more relatable. She's not just a pop star or a red carpet regular. She's someone who has stumbled, learned, and come out the other side with more compassion and maturity. The Rita Ora we see today is far more self-aware than the woman we met a decade ago. Having climbed to fame quickly in her 20s, she admits that she was swept up in the whirlwind of success, sometimes without fully understanding its weight. But now, she approaches her career and her platform with renewed purpose. "I just want to be thoughtful," she shared in closing. "Thoughtful with my choices, my words, my music, and most importantly, with how I show up for the people who support me." Despite the controversy and the public fallout, Rita Ora's willingness to take responsibility and transform from the experience shows a remarkable level of maturity. Her story is a reminder that even in the spotlight, growth is possible, and sometimes, our biggest mistakes can lead us to our greatest transformations.